some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze To Mythic. Show you our account from Bronze To Mythic, Episode 3, Draft 3, Tarkir Dragonstorm. All right, folks, so we're going to fire draft number 3 here. And, you know, so far, first 2 drafts have gone okay. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content as always. Let me know what you think. Hit the buttons, do the things.
Yeah.
Let's just get right into it. Let's do this. All right. Looking for a bonkers rare, and we open up a Parination. Pretty interesting to see the disparity in ratings here. So, either Luis or Reed gave us a 1.5 in their set review, but it has a 44 on untap. Pretty high win rate. Abzan, return target permanent card and give out to the battlefield with a hexproof counter and an indestructible counter. That's a pretty powerful effect, obviously. I don't know, you know me, I like taking rares. It's pretty hard to beat if you get it off on something good, but like that's obviously a bit of a thing. So what else we got in here? We got unplayable rare. We have Teeming Dragonstorm, which is awesome. Makes 2 tokens, keep replaying it. Otherwise, a pretty thin pack. It's an Exhale, a dual land, a couple okay uncommons. So it just comes down to like Dragonstorm like might be the right pick, but listen, I'm gonna try out the rare. So I think that even though this is an Abzan card, we're gonna treat this as like a multicolor green card. And just try and like do kind of big stuff. We'll see. We'll see where draft takes us. So we get past Abzan Nation. We get past a Sinkhole Surveyor, which is a really good card, honestly. Good aggro card. 1/3, attack every turn, lose life and endure 1. They can make tokens, make this thing big. Really, really good. And we got Sage of the Fang. EDBs, puts counters, renews. Pretty cool. Kin Tree Severance. Pretty insane Abzan removal spell. And then the Abzan Tri-Land. So a lot of Abzan stuff going on. And then we got some these white cards here. Kinguard. We got Sagu Wildling, great green common for your multicolor decks, which can go get a basic and be a card you can cast later. Appraiser's really good too, but we're taking the rare. Honestly, I think this card's really, really good. We're not married to our first pick. And I also wouldn't mind just trying an aggro deck in this format. Honestly, like, you know, we've been kind of like multicolored stuff so far in our first few drafts. I wouldn't mind just kind of getting aggressive and seeing how that feels too. We get past a Purging Stormbrood, which is a pretty good omen card.
Please insert the card back into the deck randomly.
Done.
5 mana for a 4/4 flying ward, pay 2. EDB remove counters, and then also has a good white omen, +2/+2 lifelink and hexproof is a really good trick. That one's pretty nice, honestly. And we've got the Carriac Guardian, kind of like feels like it should be a rare, but just an uncommon huge dragon. Attuned Hunter, which cares about cards leaving the graveyard, more of a Sultai card. We got a Monument, a white card, an Envoy. I'm just thinking the Stormbrood, I think. Yeah, I just think it's the best card in the pack. And it plays pretty well with our second pick, which is probably better than our first pick was, honestly. So, and kind of just seeing where it takes us. Abzan Monument. I don't really want to be necessarily 3 colors. I would say that the Parination does not fit well with these 2 picks. It almost makes me want to be like almost like a black-white aggro deck, which is kind of an interesting place to be. We got a Foundation Breaker here, which I think is just like okay. We had it in our last deck, and it was kind of whatever. Feral Deathgorger is kind of cool. Adds counters and draws cards. More dragon stuff. We got a Globe. If you want to go crazy in multicolor stuff. I kind of don't want to do that, though, honestly. Resolve, a Hollow. Kind of want to take a 2-drop here. I might just take this Bearer of Glory. And maybe like experiment with like a black-white aggro deck. I want to try aggro. I want to try like 2-color aggro. Take the good 2-drop here. And see where it takes us. Okay. Takes us to a pretty interesting place here. We see a lot of good Mardu cards, right? So we got the Assistant here is a pretty good lifelink card. Okay, lifelink counters. Shocking Sharpshooter is like the Mardu card you want, I feel like. This is the 1/3. Whenever a creature ETBs, deal 1 to your opponent. So good with Mobilize. We got a Kinguard, which is a good 2-drop. A Mardu Devotee, which is a pretty good 1-drop. a Mardu tricolored card, an Abzan Devotee, which is pretty good too. The Sharpshooter does not play well if we want to be like a streamlined 2-color aggro deck, but it is really, really good. And I think it's better over these black and white cards by such a wide margin that we're going to take it and see where it takes us. Still wanting to be aggressive. Possibly black, like Rakdos aggro maybe could be a thing, but let's see where it takes us. So we get past a Skirmish Rhino, which is obviously good, but not really in our space. Constrictor Sage. There's a Riling Dawnbreaker. It's like a fine Dragon Omen card, which is pretty good and pretty kind of in line with what we're doing. We're also not married to red here. We don't see any more red cards, so we'll just kind of get off it, I think. But I think black-white interests me. So we got the Dawnbreaker. There's a counterspell too, which is kind of nice. But yeah, let's take Dawnbreaker and see how it goes. And we get past a... It's funny, I think if we're like a 2-color linear aggro deck, this card actually ends up being fine. Even though it's not like a great card overall. We have the Unburied Earth Carver also. 2-drop sacks things. I don't know about how much I like this card, really. Honestly, it's kind of clunky. A lot of sack stuff going on here. So, the Duelist is also kind of meh, I think. 2/1 body's kind of eh. Kind of like this black-white line we're going into. I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. It's kind of underpowered card here, but... all right, Rebellious Strike, the Blade, another Duelist. Yeah. Maybe we just end up Boros, honestly. Black hasn't seen super open. The Blade's kind of cool. We put against the Blade earlier. I think it was yesterday. It was pretty good if it worked. I don't know, but the rest of the pack's kind of meh anyway. The good news is that like it's all Mardu stuff here. That's what's open. So yeah, I don't know about the Blade, but another Abzan Devotee, a Lightfoot Technique, put a counter, flying, indestructible. I feel like this card should be good. Usually this kind of effect is pretty good. Very, very low ratings on this card though. Abzan Devotee, Blossoming Sands. I don't really think I want to be in the Abzan space. I'll just take the Doofer, I guess. I don't really know, honestly. Somehow the Sandstep Citadel tables. I mean, there were a lot of really good Abzan cards in that pack. It kind of makes sense. Now these cards are terrible, so pretty easy pick, obviously. And Trade Route Envoy also tables. Man, I don't want to end up Abzan again. Outrider 2/1 Menace that makes a 2/2 is pretty bad. All right. Abzan Monument also tables. So does the Jeskai Devotee, which is Devotee. Why do I say it's so weird? All right, next we'll take the Abzan Monument. There's a Mardu Devotee. Sure. Let's see what Pack 2's got for us. Pack 2's got some stuff for us here. All right, we got Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage. 2/2 flash first strike. Whenever another non-token creature dies, endure 2. That's a pretty good one. Pretty easy to cast too. You've also got a Hollow Smirk Siege. Choose one. Whenever counter spell creature, draw a card, or whenever you attack, put a counter creature against Zane's Menace. I think this card's fine, but I think that we're like not even necessarily green, and the mono white card's just so much better for us here. Disciple's really good. Maneuver's pretty good. What's up, Tannen? I'm doing all right. Take Anafenza. Take the rare. Ship it. Again, I don't really want to be... Oh, my God, man. What is going on? Inconceivable! Oh, this card's ridiculous. This is like one of the best rares in the set. How do you do this to me? It's also a Sonic Shrieker. Wow. And an O-Ring. And an Exhale. And a Nomad Outpost. That's a pretty tough pivot, folks. That's a pretty tough one to get into. I think the Sonic Shrieker is insane. This card's really, really... This pack is unbelievable. Like, yeah, we're taking Sonic Shrieker. This is just so far off every card. We're literally black-white. Pivoting into a Teamer rare seems impossible. So let's take the Shrieker. This card's unbelievable. It's 4/4 flying for 5. EDB deal 2, gain 2. And if you shoot them, they discard a card. Pretty ridiculous. So, here's a Mardu Monument, and also a Windscarred Crag. which one's better. There's also a maneuver too, which is pretty good for us. But interesting. We only actually have like 3 black cards. We could still end up Boros. Monument is the best Marduk uncommon, according to the stats. We got stats. It's already having stats for episode 3, but we're so behind, obviously. Sure, take the Monument. Ooh. A Dalavokian encampment. Whenever you attack, you get to mobilize 2. It's pretty cool. Also, Channel Dragonfire, Lancer. This Lance seems gas, honestly. Seems really, really good. You just get to add 2 attackers to every attack step. That seems pretty awesome. Also, just like plays all of your synergy stuff. Because the mobilized tokens are more than the sum of their parts, right? It's not just temporary attackers. They trigger all sorts of things. So, sure. Let's try the encampment. Nice Sultai rare for us. Sure.
The spirit of Sauron endured.
Rebellious Strike, Worthy Cost. We're kind of tokeny, so Worthy Cost is a little interesting. Poise Practitioner, not very exciting. Rebellious Strike seems fine. This Blade's kind of meh. We already have one. So, I think it's Worthy Cost. This card does seem really good, yes. 3/6 lifelink, triple Entomb. But an O-Ring is fantastic. Definitely like that. A Defibrillating Current. Am I at a hospital? What's going on here? 4 damage, gain 2 is obviously very good. It's also a dragon and a Caustic Exhale. We have 2 dragons so far. Sucks that the Sonic Shrieker like encourages us to be 3 colors. Yeah, I'll take the current, I guess. I'm not like convinced that these 3 color cards are like worth the trouble, but all right. This card's great. It's a good 2-drop. Like that a lot. Maneuver's good. Like that a lot too. Good for our go wide stuff. Nomad Outpost Tables. Absolute banger.
Bingo.
Love that. This card. Make a 1/1. That's 2/2. Sure. Take the Outpost. Whale of War. Seems okay. That was a really good back with the Tri-Land, so. Alright, yeah, his back's bad. Alright. I think we need some stuff here, but we're in like a decent space. Except discard at random. Makes the reset. Appreciate it. Yeah, these should not go. These should never table. Like, ever. Like, it just should not happen. But. Fucking kidding.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
We could have had a double best rare in the set deck. Cool. That's fun. That's great. No, that's cool. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Just sitting here. Just trying to pop in a draft before we go on my trip. All right. Well, whatever, I guess. We didn't take the first one. I'm not taking the second one either. All right. So we got Krumar Initiate. I actually like this card a lot. I think this card's pretty gas. Also, Bearer of Glory, which is great too, but I'll take the Initiate. Just like infinite tokens. We're aggressive, so life shouldn't matter. Our curve's pretty low, which is nice. Let's clean some this garbage out of here. Don't know about this Sharpshooter making the deck. We got a lot of 2-drops, though, which is kind of cool. They're not, like, great, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's first time drafting aggro in this format. See how it works. We'll figure it out. There are so many rares in this format. Ishkai Dragonclaw. It's got a lot of words that don't really matter, I don't think. Man, Mammoth Bell is also insane, man. 2 5/5s. We got Unrooted Ancestor, which is just okay. Storm Shield. Ugh, man, this pack's gross. Zergo's Vanguard's really good, but yeah, someone's gonna have the insane teamer deck. This card's really, really good. It's definitely off color, but there just isn't a playable card in this back otherwise. I don't think I want this card, so sure. So a little more 3 colors than I would like to be. Man, another Stormbrood, Avenger of the Fallen. Oh my, this pack's insane. Avenger, Pack Beast, Bodyguard, Stormbrood, Marshal of the Lost. Just like 5 cards I would be very happy to take third pick. I think Avenger's the best one, though. This card's actually insane. Just an unbelievable card. Hopefully we'll table something on this back. I mean, there's some really good cards in this back. So that would be nice. So it's Slam Avenger. This is Mobilize X. X number of creatures in your graveyard. We're going to have a lot of those because we have a lot of shitters that are going to die. Damn. I mean, our colors are open. There's a Clarion Conqueror, which is a really good 3/3 flyer with a decent ability. But more importantly, there's a Salt Road Skirmish, which is a murder that also mobilizes, which is great. Yeah. Passes some good cards here, but I mean, this card's really good. We're also a little light removal, I think, too. So take the Skirmish. Another Skirmish Rhino. Another worthy cost. We already have 1. Second copy is a little sketchy. Alchemist Assistant's like okay, but Lifelink isn't like insane for us or anything, but it's just the best card in the back, I think. So really a Strike is a card I wouldn't mind either. Another Mardu Monument. Second one seems a lot worse than the first one, and Exhale's pretty great, so yeah. We don't want to waste time fixing our mana in this deck, you know, we're pretty aggressive, so Severance Priest is kind of cool, but whatever. Yeah, I passed some Abzan stuff. Our Abzan deck seemed pretty bad, so there's another Citadel too, but let's take worthy cost here. And Starry-Eyed Skyrider, 1/3 flyer, numbers tax, creature you can hold against flying, and then tokens have flying. Or this terrible 2-drop. Sure, I'm gonna try the flyer out. It doesn't seem great, but Jeskai Monument, Bearer of Glory Tables, which is awesome for us. That's a really big game. Snowmelt Stag. Interesting card. Okay. I mean, Splashing Duelist. I mean, these cards are both pretty bad. I guess the Sun Shield's probably like mildly playable as a top end card. We have like no 4-drops, right? Not really. Sure. All right, this was the insane pack. We table both a Bodyguard and a Marshal of the Lost. I think it's the Bodyguard. I think the Bodyguard, we have a lot of 2-drops, and that we can use the card advantage, whereas this card kind of just like pushes damage through, which is kind of unnecessary. Another Sun Shield. We're not playing this man in 2-drop. Yeah, it's possible. Wow, this is insane. Someone's getting a last pick Skirmish Rhino, so I want the Strike. That's so funny. All right, yeah, I mean, Abzan players are eating good in the neighborhood, I guess. I mean, like, I kind of want it just to be black-white. Like, we'll see how a splash looks, but what's up, Andrew? Thanks for resub. Funny, Untapped agrees, actually. So let's look at this. Our only red cards are, like, the Shrieker. Maybe we'll splash Shrieker, and so we have 25 cards here that are all of our cards. Surveyor, Initiate, Assistant, the Abzan card. This card's like, I mean, like, it's a mana sink. It returns it, you know. Blade seems sketchy. We're not super heavy on our mobilized stuff. Strike, Guard, Maneuver, Double Bearer, Anafenza, Skyrider, Avenger. Definitely not playing 2 of this card. Lancer, Bodyguard, Salt Road Skirmish, 2 Dragons. Okay. I guess we're playing this card no matter what. I think this card's probably still worth 4 mana. And then the Shrieker's insanely good. So, like, this is 23 cards. If you wanted to play Monument, Current, and Shrieker, we can play... All we have for fixing is a Tri-Land and a Mountain. I don't think that's worth it. The mana's just too bad. Yeah, we're just going to play 2 colors. It's kind of a bummer. We're leaving some pretty good stuff on the table. But I think it's fine. Adding a Mountain to our deck sucks, too. So we would have... Our sources would be what? Outpost, Monument, Mountain. 3 sources for, like, 2 cards. Like, I think that's pretty sketchy. And we've got... I think we're going to play the Current and the Nomad Outpost and just, like, accept that this is going to cost 4 mana a lot of the time. We have the Mardu guy, too, but I think trying to get the Dragon in is probably a bad idea with this few sources. And we have a deck here. We have 24 cards. I'm like okay playing. I'm not like thrilled about some of them, but I think that like we just kind of need to play creatures and stuff. Not playing shooter sucks. We're not even that mobilizing though. This card's a lot worse for not mobilizing. We're not playing the Vanguard, which is a little unfortunate too. But yeah. This card's still just fine by itself, I think. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Yeah, we're playing a few cards that are iffy, like Skyrider. I think the first Sunshield's okay. But it's also my first time playing aggro, so I don't know, we'll see. Sonic Shriekers are really good. And Monument Shriekers will play 1 Mountains. We have Mountain, Monument, Triland, Devotee for effectively 1 card. All right, I think we're going to do it. Let's cut like the shitty Skyrider and let's see, maybe the Sun Shield. Got some dragon stuff. Detainment. Yeah, let's cut the shitty Tapper. Okay. Sure. So let's try this. So we're gonna play. Let's go to our lands. We're gonna play the Encampment, the Nomad Outpost, 1 Mountain. Mana is pretty even, so sure, it's fine. So we got 8/8/2 mana base, not counting the Monument. All right, cool. So episode 3, draft 3, folks. You know what time it is. All right, it's prediction time. Time to place your bets. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay, for our first ever aggressive deck in this format. Our first ever aggro deck. I want it to be 2 colors. We are about as close to 2 colors as you can be without actually being 2 colors. We have 1,000,000 2-drops, so we're hoping for lots of tap lands from our opponents. Got a few good rares here. Avenger the Fallen, and a Fenza. So, yeah, let's let it ride. Place your bets. You two folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll the comments, liking the video along the way. Are you a believer or non-believer? Let's do this. All right, we got non-believers. Non-believers in our mono-white aggro deck here. Unbelievable. So, 2 lands with a 2-drop and a cantrip, and 2 4-drops and a 5-drop. Probably gotta ship this one, unfortunately. Chat, what do you think? Come hang out, man. Yeah, we're gonna ship this one. It's not too pretty. And mulligan into a okay hand. It's not great. It needs help. Removal spell, awkward removal spell, good 4-drop that wants to be a curve topper. Opponent mulligans also, which is cool. What's up, Smeagol's? Alright. We have a Mardu buddy here hanging out with us. Well, no beholds.
Behold!
That's got to go, though. This card is ridiculous. We draw him. Look at that. Look at that. Woo!
Bingo!
We got Mardutron, folks. They play a naked Zergos. There's a sorcery? Oh, man. That makes this card a lot worse than I thought it was. As a sorcery, this card's pretty stainsy, honestly. That's gross. So, 2 things here, right? First thing is this card is being a sorcery sucks. The second thing is, obviously this is the early part of Bronze To Mythic. Our opponent is silver. We're going to point out our opponent's mistakes here. We're not going to be making fun of them, obviously, but the goal is to point out what this is. Running out of Zergo on turn 3 as your first good creature, and they put the Sharpshooter, but is a pretty bad idea. We're just going to kill this. They're going to get no value at all. Whereas Zergo is a really easy card to get good value off of, where you can just set up a spot where your mobilized creature attacks. They're tapped out. You play Zergo, mobilize, get some tokens, they stick around, and even if they untap and kill it, you still got the tokens, which is great. So, like, you really want to try and get as most value you can, and that's really good limited players will always get the most value possible out of their cards, and there they got nothing out of a really good rare, which is tough, you know? So, we also had a bunch of mana open, too. So, like, we could have easily end-step killed it for even better, so they say go with 3 lands up. They missed a land drop, but they have 5 spells in their hand. I don't love playing Lancer here, but I think we're not going to do nothing here, so If it was their only turn 3 play, should they have held it? Depends on their hand and their deck, I think, like how aggressive they are. Like, you know, it could definitely have been right just to cast it, but it's tough, you know, like, all right, so they got a Shock Brigade here. This is going to work out pretty well for us, I think. We're going to attack. We're going to mobilize.
The path of the warrior.
All right, and we get to strike and then kill their creature, which is awesome. So it's cantrip removal spell. We draw a coordinated maneuver. Awesome. And say go. It's tough. You know, if you have no other play, do you still play it? It's a tough call. I mean, maybe you do. You know, it's like we're playing pretty heavy removal colors. We also haven't done much. There's also an important thing about like just the idea of like the texture of the game. You know, where like if I got 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, then you're more inclined to cast it because like A, it's just a 2/4 I can block, and B, I've already used a lot of resources. But I didn't do anything in the first like 4 turns of the game. Like, what else can I have but removal spells? You know, so if the game slows down to that pace, you can like pump the brakes a little bit. So we draw an encampment. This card is pretty sweet. This is the mobilize more stuff card, and if you attack this turn, make 2 tokens. So we're gonna act like it's pre-combat, right? Yeah. So let's do this. Fire it up. We're gonna attack. We get 3 tokens, and we can worthy cost down the tapper, which I think is worth it. This card's kind of gas.
This is pod racing.
That's a worthy cost. This is a little aggressive, but the tapper is fine on this board, so I think it's worth killing. We have another kill spell in our hand too, so. All right, they play a Lancer of their own, and we draw Anafenza Unyielding Lineage. So again, whenever other non-token creature dies, we get to endure, which is great. So we're fine just trading here and then enduring, I think, which is cool. Yeah, it costs white. We can't do this and other stuff. We couldn't do this and maneuver, so yeah, this is fine. Just attack. Attack, mobilize. Yeah, they're going to go for the trade, so we're going to Anafenza. Flash that bad boy in, and we're going to endure.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
I guess we could actually just kill this with the flash. I think that's fine. I think I'd rather just trade and endure here. So, and then do I want to make a 2/2 or do I want to pump up the Anafenza? Given that I have a maneuver in my hand, I think I'll make a 2/2. I want to go a little wider. It's kind of funny because like our deck is literally chock full of 2-drops, which haven't drawn one yet for our bodyguard. Want to get that value, of course. Here's another Sun Shield. I guess maybe we would have never gotten the chance. I think he bakes out of my graveyard, right? What are we doing over here, huh? Alright, so those cards are gone. And we're going to untap and draw a white source. Might look like we're flooded here, but this land makes it worth it. So we're just going to go land. We're going to activate this. We're going to combat. Just fire up the maneuver. And deal 4. This card will be... The power level of this card will vary wildly depending on what your deck looks like. In a deck like ours, we're not even that mobilizing. It's better. In decks that aren't making this token stuff happen, it's going to be a lot worse. So, this card's great, yeah. They're going to play a Storm Shriek Feral. Not a great blocker. Oh, man, what a good draw. Holy moly. Alright, well, that's a blowout. +2/+2 life like Hexproof. They're at 6 life. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll just kill them, I guess, right? Here, 2, 4, 6. Works for me.
I got a dragon hand. I'm not afraid of it.
All right, cool. So, not like the main script of our deck in that like we didn't really like play a 2-drop or curve out or kind of do stuff, but worked out well. I think our spots are pretty good, so that's cool. Remember, folks, are brought to you by Ultimate Guard, and I'm going to be at Cool Stuff Con Orlando this coming weekend. If you're watching on YouTube, you missed it, too late, sorry. I'm going to bring some Ultimate Guard stuff to give away, which is really, really cool. Phenomenal company, makes great products. You got a lot of Magic cards, you got to put them somewhere, right? How about one of those, right? The archives, deck boxes, the boulders, sleeves, the katanas, binders, they got it all. Check them out at ultimateguard.com or wherever fine Ultimate Guard products are sold near you. Great company, too. Good stuff. This is the curve out we're looking for. 1-drop, 2-drop. Keep that. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but... Alright, so let's go Mardu guy and say go. And our top 2 cards, scry 2, it's a lot. I want to keep Anafenza. I don't know if I want to keep the Abzan guy. We already have 2/2 drops here. Let's look for something better. Gas. We have the Insane Surveyor into Anafenza, which is awesome. Ah, we got a little Mardu Mirror, though, so that's fine. We can do that. Alright, so they got Mardutron. So, you might say, well, Jim, why you shouldn't jam your rare here if you just talked about why you shouldn't jam rares? This is different. You know, there are rares that are like, that can take over the game, and there are rares that are good because they're cheap and efficient, you know? Just like, say like a Pelucranos from the March of Machines set, like the green 4/5. I guess it's kind of hard to cast, but whatever. Where it's kind of just a big idiot, and a lot of the value comes from being so cheap and being so cheap early. This card wouldn't be good at 4 mana, you know? So like if I wait till turn 5 to play it, just not nearly as good. So like the efficiency here is a different thing. So they play Windcrag Siege. They choose the mode of 1/1 haste goblin every turn with lifelink, which is fine. And this is a good start for us. We just kind of get to start going in here. We've got a 2/2 drops next turn. I think we're just going to play the Anafenza on their turn. Should attack. Then do I want a Surveyor? Do I want to add a counter? Or do I want to make a token? That 4th point of toughness doesn't really get out of range. It gets out of range of some removal spells, but not a lot of them. The exhales deal 4 and 5. I think it's probably just a token. Gonna go wide here. We'll say go. Probably should have flashed in the Anafenza and stepping be mana efficient because I already have a good removal target in play anyway. So the black exhales 3. It's true. So I guess there are a lot of exhales. That's fair. That's fair.
Behold, the evil one approaches.
Mardu Monument number 2. Now I said this in the drafts that I think your second monument you guys start to get in a little bit of clunky territory, but get a swamp. All right, maybe your third monument getting a little clunky, but sure. We're off the radar here a little bit, but yeah, it's like a Washington D.C. over here. So they're gonna attack one Anafenza and block. Yeah, that's cool. So we get a free token here, which is totally fine. They don't even get any likes at first strike. This is an interesting spot. Any Wraths in this set? Like, the Black Dragon Wrath. I'm gonna hold this to cast as a dragon. I think we're gonna attack with everything. I'm gonna go for sizing here. We're pretty wide at this point. And I'm just gonna play the Initiate and say go. If we get Wrath, that would be pretty shitty, but whatever. I'm gonna hold this to be a dragon though. We're not gonna play that, so. We have a good amount of things to do with our mana. We're like obviously super on the board. They're at 11. Oh yeah, the ultimatums are in this set, right? Bonus sheet. Someone played an Arab Mace against us. I was like, whoa. All right, this is just insane. This is psycho. And they hit. I love our opponent. Let's hear it for our opponent, folks. They're making United Battlefront work in Limited. All right. So this is a really, really good constructed card. This is Collect Company for non-creatures. That is an extremely, extremely difficult stipulation to have in Limited, where it's actually hit, and they hit 2 things too. They already have 6 hits for this in play. I don't know if they're actually going to win, but I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with what's going on here. So, all right. So Flying Vigilant, then come out your turn in the future. The Dragon Wrath, is it non-dragons, or is it everything? It gets -X. That's insane. It is non-dragons? Okay, so we're going to still play our dragon here, I think.
Dragon fire is the source of all magic.
And we'll just hit the flyer, because I can't do anything about it. Yeah, just whatever, just send it. That being said, they haven't really, like, done much this game. Like, they are, they have taken a lot of game actions. I wouldn't say they've actually, like, done anything for them to you know, be able to actually have a chance to win this game. But still cool, you know? Yeah, they've, Done a lot of land cycling. Put a globe in play. I guess they have 7 mana this turn. 4 or 5. So they could cast an Ugin or something like that, but like I don't think it matters. You know? Alright. They clearly deceived us into thinking that this was some sort of Mardu mirror. This is activated. They're gonna play a Pack Beast. Could they have activated this and Pack Beasted? Nah, they were 1 short. Alright, so they play a 4/3, they're just dead, I guess. So sure, whatever, I guess. Sure. I mean, props. Doing cool stuff, you know, but yeah. Alright. What happened to draft 2? It happened already. That's why this is draft 3. It's gonna be going up on YouTube on Friday on the schedule. We gotta keep this, right? We should have like 2 drop. Good thing with it. Alright. Sure. Man. Okay. Magic's tough. Magic is tough. Furious Forebearer. So, every creature you control dies, pay 2, puts it back into your hand. That's pretty good. Alright, I mean, we kind of need the white, honestly, which is pretty awkward, but we're just going to play this guy and say go. Trading with this card is not ideal. Obviously, on the play, you kind of like have to. We can try and worthy cost it at some point, but we need to draw a land or 2, obviously. And certainly in our to-do list, they have their own encampment. Shout out to BK for the Denver win. Yeah, definitely. One of the people I was rooting for. And they play a Brigade. Okay. And we don't draw land. Okay. Okay. I had a lot of horses in that tournament. I was rooting for Corey Burkhart. We're rooting for Ellen Bogan on day 2. I feel like I had like 1 or 2 more horses on day 2. Alright. Attacking is like obviously extremely sketchy. They should never block, but I think I'm just gonna do it because there's nothing else to do, so sure. Maybe they get first game block. Yeah, Luis, both Luis, I felt really bad for Luis and Reed. Like, felt especially bad for Reed because his pool was like effectively unplayable. It was like a bottom 10% pool, and like there was just like so little hope with that pool, you know. Luis's pool wasn't great, but at least there was like a puncher's chance, and it was kind of fun watching him like watching a good player navigate through like my deck's kind of bad, but like we're gonna play a long game, I'm gonna beat you kind of thing. And that last turn kind of sucked for sure. Last 2 turns. I think 2 out of 10 is like ambitious. I would say it was probably worse than that. Honestly, it looked really bad. We could just cycle here and just draw a card, try and find a land, or we could just like play a 2/1 lifelinker. It's so bad if we miss the land. I'm just gonna do this. All right, so you go. Like a poo out of 10. What's up, Sullivan? All right, so play a land. And breaking it, not sticking with the Rebecca lands here. What are we doing here? These are nice lands. All right, they're coming in. Really don't want to block this card. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold off. I guess we can strike the lifelinker and just gain some life. Yeah, play booster sealed is definitely a little different than regular sealed. I think that like it mostly evens out because like players have equal numbers of rares, but like it does. I would say that the outliers in play booster sealed are much more extreme. Like the top 10% and the bottom 10% decks are way better and worse than what you would see in like old school sealed. They're just like 6 packs. That's it, you know. Because like you could have like a 9 rare deck where all of your rares are insane, you know, or you can get a pool like Reed's, you know. Sick. Awesome. We drew a land. They do have 3 mana up, which is kind of sketchy, but I think I'm like actually pretty keen for an attack here. I think they would probably block this on one of these, and I can get an offense. I mean, the thing is, if I play an offense and they kill it, it's really bad though. Other idea is using this our tricks defensively, which is pretty bad too. Not ideal. They could have all 3 exhales here. Tough spot. We're like, missed the land drop. They had a pretty aggro draw. They have possible mana for a good trick here. It's kind of hard to do what we want to do. I feel like we're going to get blown out, but I'm just going to attack. This is probably not going to go well for us, but... Alright, so we're going to Anafenza. It's probably not going to work. I'll probably kill this before damage, but...
Harnessing the good energy, block out the bad. Harness, energy, block, bad.
Good vibes? Maybe, possibly.
Is there anybody in here?
Okay. Take that. Did not think that was going to be the outcome of that combat step, but sure. All right, let's make it 2-2. Get our value, get our blockers going. Let's go. Not a bad place to be. We could also, now our worthy costs are great too. We could sacrifice this, get a token. Awesome. They have their encampment. We have 2/2s to block the 1/1s. All right, sure. We put a lifelink count on the first striker. We can also grow this too. I think going wide is better in this current scenario. It's a pretty fun mechanic. Like,
we've got spirit to go around.
Deciding if you want to go tall or go wide, being able to do it over and over again is pretty fun in different ways. It's pretty cool. Once we untap, we have Stormblood up to protect the Anafenza. That's like a pretty big game. At that point, we might want to go big on it. Like maybe next turn is like cost away the devotee. Exile this, make this a 4/4, and then Stormbrew to protect it, and then next turn give it lifelink. Alright, so we're going to attack. I mean, obviously we have, like, in theory, free blocks. I mean, if they had they thought for a long time last turn. Like, I think they have a combat trick, because using a combat trick wouldn't have helped the Anafenza in any way, and it wasn't really worth the trade. I'm just gonna do this. Dumb question, why would you play a monument in a 3-color deck that only gets 2 of your colors? You usually shouldn't. But you can, like, splash just the monument itself. You just, like, play the monument in 1 off-color land kind of thing, but whichever land's sick. Alright, so now I guess we'll just attack first. Sure. Maybe we actually just lifelink now and use a protection spell. No, I kind of want to kill this thing. So let's just attack with everything. Okay. Kind of a weird game so far. Let's exile this, ship this, and now I'm gonna go tall because I have a protection spell up. That changes the equation here a bit. We'll take a hit. This is Agony Exile, which is gas. So yeah, let's go 2 counters, with the plan being to give this lifelink next turn. They're going to, in response, cast Seize Opportunity. Exile top 2 cards of your library. May put those cards. Hey, this card existed. I didn't do a set review. I've never seen this card before in my life. Sure. Top 2 cards are a Pack Beasts and an Exhale. It's pretty funny. They could have done that in combat, but sure. I would have preferred that, honestly, but sure. Remember, a non-token creature dies. This is fine. We'll just say go. We just don't get into combat, so the Exile doesn't do anything. And then they play a Pack Beast, they'll probably kill that with the worthy cost. Play another land. 2 cards left. I would like them to, there's a pack beast, tap out so I can bring back my creature rather than leave up the protection spell. Cards were sneakily really, really good. 0-4 mobilize 3.
We mobilized and fought them.
3 is a huge number. And when you start putting in synergy stuff, like, you know, things that trigger off of things dying, mass pump spells, whatever else, it gets really, really nasty. All right, excellent. This is really, really good for us. So there's Bearer of Glory. Get to return this for free, which is great. And now we're going to untap. We draw Sonic Shrieker. I mean, now we're just going to lifelink the Anafenza and attack and protect it. I think it's pretty great. I guess they have mass pump here. Maybe we need to kill this pack beast, actually. Maybe we can't afford to leave up the thing. Well, I guess it's pretty scary with the mass pump. We're 10, we could just die. Oh, we gotta kill this. So that would tap us out of our mass removals or our protection spell. We can make this go up to 6 power though. 6 is pretty big. Not a lot kills 6. Alright, we're gonna do this. This could backfire, but making it 2-2 here seems... Yeah, we're just gonna go big. 2 counters on it. Exile that. Well, they're also at 10. They're dying. Like, attack for 6. And we have life. We have lifelink to threaten next turn. We also have like a really good hand though. Our hand is actually just great. So like, even if they do kill the Anafenza here, I think we're okay. As long as we don't die to something like stupid, which could definitely happen. They have a lot of attackers happening right now. That's land number 7, which with a encampment in play is not bad.
I'm in control here.
I think we are. You know, hopefully.
Yeah.
This pause is probably a good sign. So they're like, yeah, they're actually they've been only like Boros cards so far. This card's interesting. It's not bad. 3 mana for +2/+1, and then also a buy out of a draw 2. This card's not bad. How's this card like rated? Honestly. What's the AAS soundbite from?
Whoopsie.
If you don't watch Ryan George on YouTube, you're messing up. He's probably my favorite content creator across every favorite content creator, period. You know, in any space. He does the pitch meetings on Pitch Meeting channel. He has his own channel, which is phenomenal. Wow. All right, so here comes the brigade. This is a lot of shitters, but totally fine. We get to untap, the game is over, I think. We get to lifelink this and then protect it. I actually listened to that show today when I was driving around. I had to take a drive to the doctor. Listen to the Lords Unlimited. Wasn't lying when I said that's the only content that I consume when it comes to Magic, so... We're in good shape here, folks.
Some of you may die.
All right. Yeah, I think we're good here. So we're just going to... I mean, they're just dead, right? We could just... Sonic... I mean... Sonic Trigger probably kills them. Sure, whatever. I guess we'll cast this thing. Just target them and put them at 2 in attack. I guess if our last cards are our removal spell... That could kill this, but still pretty good for us, I think. Maybe this is wrong, actually. Like, if they kill... Yeah, I mean, they have chump block either way, I guess, right? So, yeah, that's still good. So, that's cool. Works for me. And, boom. We're doing it. 3-0. Oh, no. We're mono white. I don't think we can mulligan. Hi, Karn. Yeah, sure. They're a really good land. Plenty of black sources. Oh, no. Alright, well, we drew a black source. That's cool, I guess. Alright, so Stadium Headliner. I didn't know we had Surveyor in our hand. That's gas. All right, so card's really good.
We need to mobilize our flock.
We're somehow in like the aggro bracket. Every deck I've played against so far has been a red deck, like an aggro deck. This card is just excellent. One of those really good rate rares I was talking about. All right, that's good. They're slowing down.
They're a bad omen. We're cursed.
They had a really good 2-drop there. I've been pretty scared. So, Avenger of the Fallen. So I think we're gonna play Surveyor here. This is what I was saying. Where like, you know, if they go on tap and kill this, it sucks. But like, we have like another good rare. We have Exhale and Bearer and stuff. Let's just get this thing online. If it lives, and make a 1/1 off this thing, it's insane. So. Does family normally come to me when I go to travel? No, but they are coming to this one. So, because it's in Orlando, we're gonna stay an extra day or two and do a little bit of kind of holiday stuff. All right, it worked. The Surveyor lived.
Bingo!
Can't even attack. Love it. All right, so now we get to play Bearer and Devotee. Sure, I'm in. Bitter Blossom, do the freaking thing.
Spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
All right, so we'll play this cool land. Play this, and just go. Not hitting the park super hard. I can't do much, you know. So no crazy rides for me. So we're thinking about maybe just doing one day at Epcot. Snoo. Jerry Resub, thanks so much. Remember, folks, the first time hit that follow button, watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content. Hi. Zap Brannigan's one of my favorite characters in cartoon comedy. Zap Brannigan's pretty freaking funny. Really good caricature. All right, so got a cliffs here. Maybe a Jeskai leaning. How are Karn's Dew Claws? They're gone. Got removed. Shock Brigade. And they're going to attack. So that's interesting. They pre-combated the creature. Why would they do that? First thing that comes to mind for me is like the pump counting or spell counting number of things they have. It could have like the Boros raise the alarm pump spell. We got a few things here, but I think that we're pretty interested in blocking, honestly. Like, they can also just sack the headliner and kill this, which might be where they're at, actually. That makes the most sense, I think. So let's just block here and here. Yeah. So maybe that was probably a mistake on my part. I was talking and didn't really like kind of process it, but
Whoops.
I should have definitely just pumped this up to a 4 toughness. Making the blocker was appealing, but like this is just an onboard trick. That's just a bad play on my part. So what are you gonna do? All right. So Avenger of the Fallen's pretty gas. Nothing really worthy costing. It is 15 to 20. Can't really do more than one thing here. That's why I like these monuments that much. I think they're fine, but could leave up caustic. We just monument and exhale, I guess. Maybe just kill the brigade. Just like monument, kill brigade, attack for 4. This card's pretty good. We're gonna get our mountain here. Yeah, I'm in for that. We have worthy cost for like the next big creature and Avenger, so. Monument's good too. It makes 3/1/1 haste menace tokens, so. And they are not mobilized. They stick around, which is great. The Bearer of Glory too. Goblins everywhere. These freaking goblins. What do you got there, friend? The Appraiser. One of the top commons in the set. If I had done a set review, this card would have gotten bomb and common for sure. Man, they've been a 2/1. That's pretty good. Just 2/1 EDB draw card, bin a card, pretty good. Here's Bearer of Glory. Take 2, no problem. So they drew a card better than Descendant of Storms, which is a little concerning, actually. But, alright. We want to Avenger the Fallen. I don't really care about any of these trades. We might just actually pop the Monument here. Like, it's a pretty awesome attack. And, like, if them taking a card over a good creature and not spending mana puts me in the mindset they have a removal spell. So playing Avenger seems kind of sketchy. So, yeah, sure, just do it.
We mobilized and fought them.
Attack step. They have a kill spell, probably attacks the Bearer of Glory. They could have if they have the white exhale here, that would be a little unfortunate. I think leaving back Bearer, though, is just too sketchy, and like we want them to use it on that. All right, so there's the rush. So they had the rush. So our read was correct previously.
Poor predictable Bart. Always takes wrong.
That being said, this card is much better as a pump spell than it is as a Raise the Alarm. So this is a huge win for us, I think. Like, this card is often just like +7/+7, which is obviously great. But Raise the Alarm, less exciting. And now we're making some trades. Trying to fill this graveyard up a little bit for our Avenger of the Fallen. We have Board Beat cost, a bunch of coppers in play. I would say we're in a really good spot. And we have the encampment, too. So we're, like, really cooking here. 13 to 11. We have Bearer, too. Pump, so. Alright, they attack. Yeah, I think if you had this card in your deck and just took a Sharpie and crossed out the Raise the Alarm part of it and just, like, literally never cast it for that, you might, like, end up playing better than you would with the Raise the Alarm there. Not saying you shouldn't use it. Obviously, modality is important, but, like, I think that, like, if you just took your heuristic as, like, I only want to cast this ever as a pump spell, you'd probably be better off. They play a Pack Beast that definitely has to die. Yeah, we're sure Worthy cost. I only have one black. That sucks. I guess we just Worthy cost with an encampment, right? Yeah. Do I want to... This is a mobilize. Maybe we actually let's mobilize and sacrifice one of the tokens that can die anyway. So. Alright, so attack. They take 5. And then we kill the Pack Beast with our Worthy cost. Interesting. This card's very good. It's not often that a 3-mana 0/4 is very, very good limited, but it is very good. It is much more than that. So, hit the Pack Beast, suck a Mobilize token.
Let's mobilize.
I haven't even used our Avenger yet. But next turn we can Avenger and activate the encampment, so. Alright, land 6. What would I play right now in a Pro Tour Standard? I have no idea. Now they're going to Adept into the Dragon. Adept is until the end of your next turn. Ah, they're going to Exhale too. Jeez. I mean, better than ever to hear, right? So that's great for us. Cool. So we're going to, yeah, mobilize, attack. Get it for a good chunk, and then play Avenger of the Fallen with 3 creatures in their graveyard, and they have no way to deal with it right now. That's gas. I think we're in good shape, folks. I think we are in some good shape. Say go. They do have 3 looks at our removal spell, I guess. That would be if they kill us, we're dead, obviously. But you know they have to like rip our removal spell. So, all right, here it goes. Discard a land. Draw 2. Okay, that's honestly pretty good. They find a teeming Dragonstorm. It says double strike. They're at 3. They're dead, right? We have 5 extra attackers. Yeah, they're exactly dead. Exactly freaking dead. Good stuff.
That is huge.
It's a lot of dudes, folks. It's a lot of dudes. Count them up.
Game. Blouses.
Well, our aggro deck's working. That's cool. We like that. Sick. 4-0. We cruising. No rank up yet. Nomad Outpost. Sure. Sounds good. Tap land. You know, throws a little wrench in the aggro plan, but... What's up, Exodus? How's it going? Welcome. Yeah, I'm doing a little better. I'm still recovering, but I'm doing a little better. Getting on an airplane and flying to Orlando tomorrow, so I got the last okay for my doc today, so just last minute okay. Good to go. Then I saw Karn's face. He's a dumb doggy. B. Harmonica says, my wife said she'd leave me if I didn't stop singing I'm a Believer. Thought she was lying, but then I saw her face. I like the one of like, babe, can you please stop singing Wonderwall? I said maybe. Alright, so they get a land. We draw an untapped land, so we can curve out with Anafenza. That's fine. Just make a 2/3 here. Just an old, just good old-fashioned Elvish Warrior. And they play their own Elvish Warrior. Sure. Well, we're tagging. Their creature's a lot better than ours. They shouldn't block here, in theory. Alright, cool. What's up, Scott? Thanks to resub. Okay. I think we play our two devotees. We're probably going to double block. If they have a trick, I just don't think I care, honestly. Oh my god, those are great. I mean, the monument will get us a land. I think I still want it, though. So we can go monument lineage, I think. Sure. Let's do that. Oh, I should have done it the other way. Maybe because we're not going to play the other card. Whatever. Sure. I said maybe. Alright, so they tap it. Get their trigger. They missed? Oh, it's only one card, right? Top card library, it's a lamb. Reveal in your hand. Right, we're going to block. If they have a trick here, we get 2 for 1, but at the benefit of them wasting their entire turn 3, which would be great for us. Instead, we get to trade with a 1-drop, which is awesome. Great exchange for us. They play their own devotee. Alright, well. This is great, because they're definitely going to block here. Sure. Anafenza's been pretty good, I'm not going to lie. It's Anafenza. Now, do you want to go tall or wide? We have Salt Road Skirmish in hand. I mean, the red Exhale deals 4. I don't know, honestly. I'm gonna go wide, I think. Gonna be the draft that saves me. Oh, folks, for the love of God. Still a piece of garbage. Please don't put this card in your deck. Alright? This card is so much worse than an island. I can't even begin to explain it to you. Except in the rare scenario where, like, maybe you're playing, like, a pretty insane, like, control mirror. And, like, the game's gonna go 45 turns. Like, maybe you board it in. But please don't put this card in your deck, folks. Right, they're going to unsummon my 2/2, which is a huge win for us. They play a Sunset Strike Master that can not block my things effectively. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Just freaking jam. I think we're supposed to play the Avenger. They're gonna block? That seems really good for us. We didn't. Maybe this is the person that got past those mythic rares, the mythic 3 damage to everything cards. That was weird, right? That's a really weird block. I kind of want to go tall here. Is that weird? I'm gonna go. My gut just says tall. Do whatever the gut says. I'm a gut player. I got 2 4-toughness guys in play. I know it's 3 turns away, but like, might not have a chance to pump it again. You know, it's up Hatchling next to resub. They're also, I might play a big idiot this turn too, right? Like if they play a 4/4 or 5/5, like I guess they have a kill spell, but Ifen's been doing some work here. I'm not gonna lie. No, unsummons whatever. They'll bounce it while I go tall. Just freaking replay it then. It's great, whatever. Like, I'm more concerned about being brick-walled. We have a great threat in play, so... Like, I'd prefer to hold this, you know, in case of emergency, rather than just have to, like, fire it off on their first blocker. Like, if I go wide, they just, like, play a 4-4, you know? Ooh. They're going to play a Naga Fleshcrafter. That is the clone. They're going to copy my Anafenza, noting that it's only a 2-2, which is pretty bad, honestly. Sure, I guess? It does have first strike, so we can't use the strike on a mobilized token to kill it. We could Salt Road Skirmish it. I guess. Like, it's kind of weird, right? So if I don't Skirmish it, I attack. They block 1 token, they take 8. Which is really good, obviously. And we can go, like, we can Monument and Strike. It could be 11. And hold Skirmish. Yeah, that seems pretty good, actually. Alright, let's just attack. Mobilize 3.
Look! They're already mobilizing!
You got his first strike, so for sure Rebellious Strike, just draw a card. I doubt there's a blue. So I'm gonna draw an assistant. Cool. Alright. I mean, they're at 3, which play on the creature. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think we're in pretty good shape. I mean, the Teamer Wrath is the 3 damage to everything enchantment. They cost 6, and, like, we got some 4 toughness guys here, so... We have many more tokens coming. Yeah, I think this is done, folks. I think we're done here. They're just gonna unsummon this guy. All right, yeah, you're really dead. Okay, okay, sure. Just, gonna do the old thing here. Fire up the old skirmish.
After it was all over, he took us in the house and served us pancake.
All right, pretty smooth sailing, honestly. Oh, and also. I always conflate Wonderwall with the "Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend." What's that called? Is that jumper, right? All right, on the draw. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to mulligan this hand. We're just gonna keep basically the same song, right? Yeah. All right. Well, we draw a 1-drop. That's cool. Scry 2 is pretty good, honestly. Yeah, just random 90s songs, it's all the same. I think got both lands here. Jumper's much better song. I just that song super well from Yes Man, one of my favorite movies. So cool lands. They play Shocking Sharpshooter. That card is very, very good. Listen, we're playing. Yeah, love it. Love it. Love it.
Bingo.
Nothing like it. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna play the Bear of Glory and say go. Just gotta jam, folks. CB, you're sub now. Thanks, Chris. Alright, so take a damage. They have their own Bearer of Glory. They're going to attack. They are not planning on blocking. I mean, we have a ton of removal spells in our hand. I'm just gonna kill this thing and attack. I guess their blocks aren't. Chris, thanks again. I want to cast It's a Dragon, I think. So, yeah, this is like fine. I don't love this or anything, but we have 2 other kill spells. We kind of want to just keep getting in and keeping the board clear. And we're not like hard pressed to kill the sharpshooter yet, so the war effort.
Some of you may die.
Alright, well, the thing is that both war effort and sharpshooter are pretty insane if you have a good version of the token deck. They haven't played any cards yet, you know, that are super scary in that regard. I'm just gonna kill this. Yeah, whatever. We'll just kill this and move on with our lives, I guess. Just tax, they go. Obviously, this card is, like, very, very powerful if your deck is doing the thing, and just absolute shit if it's not. Like,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Zergo's Vanguard. Mobilize and Big Power. Pretty easy card to kill here. They have a 2/2. Scry 2. Top.
Inconceivable!
We draw the encampment, which is gas. Sure. So it's just encampment, O-ring, the Vanguard, and jam. Play Bearer of Glory. They would definitely block here. See, this is a bluff that would not work because, like, their card sucks too, so. We have Dragon next turn to push it all through. They play a Reigning Victor. Pump and Mobilize. Alright. This card does a lot of damage pretty quickly. Now they have a 3/3 also. That's pretty rough, honestly. It's funny, I think we're actually going to attack before playing, instead of playing the dragon pre-combat, we're attack with these, because they can't block this, and then we play the dragon. It's pretty funny, but... Alright. Alright. They're at 7. Here's our dragon. Is there a reason to play this land? I don't think so. Because we wouldn't need to play 2 lands to activate this if we didn't draw a spell anyway, so... Alright, here we are. We got a pretty tight race here. Their deck seems pretty good, but their draw seems kind of bad, honestly. Alright, so they come in pretty hard. We're going to block and jump. Usually I block with this. Oh, they can have like the +2/+0. That would kill us. Yeah, we'll just try to block here, I guess. Alright, I mean, we might just die here, or might be blown out, but they haven't put a land in a while either, so we're probably in trouble here, actually. T says, I would not block with a devotee in case Sonic is on top. I think that's a preposterous notion, unfortunately. Like, we literally are dead on board if they have a common card or whatever, and the top card of our deck randomly being a single card is way out of the. That's more of a hope than a good mathematically sound play, I think. Dio Resub, thanks so much. Yeah, I don't like blocking with the dragon here, but I think we have to keep it. So, what's up, Doom? Any trick that kills a dragon just kills us. So, up and there you go. So, all right. So,
Poor predictable bard. Always takes rock.
We are currently 1 point short of killing them. And we draw Mardu Monument. It's funny, that's actually a card that punishes us for not playing a land. Alright, well, that's a good one. That's a good one to recognize. I could not think of a reason to play the land, and I was wrong. That's so bad. Alright. I think it's workable. Yeah, they were just dead. No, we're just dead. Yeah. Yeah. I think we just lost the game because of that. That's so insane. Wow. And I think there's definitely something to be said for, like, if you aren't sure, just play the fucking land, you know? Like, it just, you're trying to bluff something, but, like, the equity you get from that is so low. And early in a format, if you're just, like, missing things, like, maybe there's a card I didn't think of. Like, obviously there was, In most formats, like, this is a pretty weird scenario where, like, it's a spell that also gets a land, so it requires the land drop too. That is a pretty obtuse scenario, but, like, if I played the format more, I would know that. So, on drafts 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, just play the damn land, So, we play this. We can put them to 1, which is obviously not 0. They're going to have a 4-power creature and 2 2-power creatures, so we have to have 2 blockers back, which is terrible for us. But we can't win otherwise, so... As they go. That's tough. That is tough. They also haven't drawn a 5th land yet, which is, good on them, but yeah, definitely tough. This land's been great so far. on both sides of the board. Wow. Yep. Yep. Should just play the land. Here's a starry-eyed. Oh, we're just dead. So, yeah. All right, that was on me, folks. I don't know what to tell you. So they have 2 flying 2/1s, which kills us exactly. All right. GG. That one's on me. I take responsibility.
I'm stupid. You're smart.
All right. Hands Ray Keep. 1 drop, 2 drop. Good fillers. Man, what a bummer. If we had played land, we would have felt so freaking smart, too.
Yeah. Do a barrel roll.
Just did a bad thing.
What's going on, friend?
Yep.
Yep.
Hello? Are you there? It's me, Jim. Karn's here too, I guess. Karn, just the right spot. What is going on? You decided to play a game. We hit the play button. We're going. Clock's ticking. What are we thinking about? Who might chess be? Oh, big mulligan. Big mulligan decision. Big, tough mulligan decision. Playing chess. You're playing checkers.
Good old rock. Nothing beats that.
Scry 2 is a lot. We're getting a mountain monument anyway. I'm just gonna draw this thing. IP chess. Alright. We have this thing too, I guess. So okay, yeah, we're just gonna play this. Attack and play a 2-drop. This card's great. I think this card's really good. Tap land. You just like make a 2/2, make a 2/2, make a 2/2. Like works for me. You also just pump it, honestly. But I think I want to go wide.
We will end.
It feels sort of like a rebel recruiter. You just like keep activating it, and you might be like, "Well, Jim, why is making a 2/2 every turn good? Because it didn't cost a card. You know, we just got more cards in our hand. It's great." All right, they're gonna kill it. Great exchange for us. We draw Caustic Exhale. Sure, we're gonna hold this dragon for dragony things. So play this. Get our Mardu Mountain. Attack for 3. We have removal spell into dragon into monument, which all feels fantastic to me. They play the Monastery, also very good. Oh no, they play a fort up this creature. You son of a bitch. All right, sure. Gonna exile some stuff. Yeah, whatever. It's a combat trick. We can use it if they block. So we draw 8 attainment. Just cost 4 to activate. I think I actually might just A, play a dragon, or B, activate monument. Using exhale on combat here would be very mana inefficient. I don't want to use the O-rings. I don't need to. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop the monument. If we cast dragon, we have no good attacks, and like it's bad against our removal spell. Whereas this is like a cool way to like build our board, push some damage, and like spend our mana efficiently. So I'm okay. I'm recovering. I'm definitely not. I would say I'm about 60%, but I'm obviously not like 5% like I was. So Jeskai Shrine Keeper. This card's gas. With the flying haste, deals combat damage, draw a card, gain a life. It's gonna die, obviously, but and now we can double spell and just like kill both of these things. Yeah, we'll exhale here and then detain the Shrine Keeper. I would say I am pleased with that outcome. Yeah. 1, 3. Oh, I triple spell actually. Yeah, that's right. Would I be so ill? I was not sick. A month ago, I had a vasectomy done and hit like the 1% outlier. Where if you're squeamish, don't listen. Close your ears. Massive scrotal hematoma. If you want to Google that, and you're brave, Godspeed. Just don't go to the images tab, all right? And recovery time is really, really, really long. You have to wait for it to go away, which just takes forever. So The first 2 weeks were like actual like painkillers hell on earth. The last 2 weeks have been like just really, really uncomfortable. So why not exhale the dragon and detain the 3/4? Yeah, that's better basically every way actually. Because like it puts the worst card under the O-ring too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're correct.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Painkillers, I've been on painkillers in a while, so yeah, that's much better. You're totally correct. For like a lot of reasons, but
Behold,
you got me.
the most hideous creature of all.
Alright, so behold the dragon. And yeah, this is much worse because if they destroy the O-ring, they get to draw a card immediately. But we're still in great shape here. So barring some sort of sweep early, we're gonna crush them. So we have the guard and we saw the encampment too. So yeah, Canadians made it. They made it real interesting, but it's kind of rooting for the blue dragons. I'm not gonna lie. This card's not great, folks. Like, I think it's, like, playable. We almost played one in our deck, but we've now played against 2 opponents who have played multiple copies of this card, and there's just no way that's correct. They also made a 2/3 and not a token blocker. Sure, whatever, I guess. There you go. All right.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
All right, so you go to 4 life points. Still gonna hold the dragon. Well, like, I think it's like it's passable. You know, it's not like an embarrassing card to play, but 2 copies is like, you know, diminishing return on both tappers and 4-drops. Here's a Lancer, sure. All right.
We need to mobilize our flock.
They have to raise the alarm. Nope. All right. That's 6 and 1. The aggro plan's kind of working, folks. I'm pretty intrigued so far. We can't make gold this draft though. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, we're screwed. All right. Just so YouTube knows we're trying to do it on the phone. See if that changes anything. All right. That didn't sound good. This would be an all new type of Bronze To Mythic. All right, we kept a hand. We didn't want to. We missed a land drop. Let me see if Arena opens now on the computer. I'm sorry, folks. They play Traveling Botanist. This is where we're at, folks. It crashed again. All right, well. Oh, God. Maybe I should have done that. Well, we might be forfeiting this game, folks. Where's the freaking button? There it is.
We have technology.
All right. They played a 2/3. So I have to finish the game on the phone. This is so funny. I play a land. Shit. I play a monument. So what we do, folks? I had to play on the freaking this thing. I'm just gonna do this, I guess. All right. So we're gonna get a swamp and say go. This is hilarious. Refundable. I would never take the time to send a sport ticket in my entire life. It's not worth the 10 coins to me or whatever. I don't got time for that. All right. They play High Spire Bellringer. They hit a land off their freaking 2/3 too. It's so lucky. Unbelievable. Hit a land off this card. Crazy. Crazy. All right. Play Swamp. Our curve is we have a bunch of 2s. We have our Surveyor though. So we're gonna cast Surveyor and just say go and just hope it lives, I guess. And just try and get our we have the 1 black sack creature kill a thing going on. It's like listening to the baseball on the radio. Here we go. I practice my commentary. I'm doing commentary for both the RCs in Minneapolis and Hartford coming up, which is very, very fun. Just signed the contracts for those. Very excited about that. This is it. This is what we're looking for. No one's ever done content like this, all right? This is me innovating. And they're already in the tank. My arm's getting tired. Little Michael K. See ya! What'd you shoot into? The computer app crashed and would not let me back in. And I have to try and... man, the 1/4 flyer's coming in against my freaking guy. Alright, we're not going to block. I'm a coward. I'm a coward. I'm not blocking the 1/4 with my 1/3 rare. And they play a rare. This is the rare where, like, you have to... Eski Dragonclaw, 4/4 Vigilant Trample, Ward 1, great stats. Combat your turn if you cast a creature and a non-creature, put a counter on this and draw a card. That's not cool. Alright, we draw a Mardu Devotee. This is pretty good, though. So we get to triple spell this turn, actually. We get to play attack, make a token, 1 black, sack, kill something, and then, well, I guess this is ward. It's ward 1. I should just kill that, I guess. So let's attack and make a token. So make our token. And then we're going to 1 black, kill the rare, and then play a 2-drop. So a worthy cost. Sacrificing the token. Nope, don't target the spirit with that. Target I am sure that. Target that. Sack this. This is just good television, right? This is great. And we'll pay the ward. Yes, thank you. Ward got paid. 2 mana left over, and we're going to cast. It's. Oh, sorry, I need black. It's either I want to play the dragon as a dragon. I can play the dragon 2/2 or the Mardu guy. I'm gonna Mardu guy. So Mardu guy, let's scry 2. Top card is a swamp and a removal spell. That's pretty good, actually. Actually pretty cool, both those. So put the kill spell on top, though. And maybe it should be the land, actually. Cast the dragon. Yeah, I should be the land, I think. Oh, whatever, what are you gonna do? This has never happened to me, no. This has never happened in the history of Should Be Magic the Gathering Arena, where the app would just like repeatedly crash, but it worked on my phone. So we're just living life, folks. They hit another land. Unbelievable. They're so freaking lucky. All right, cool. So blocks, no. And they play the really good guy. Well, I kept the kill spell on top, so that's fine. They make a 2/2 like they should. We draw the removal spell we put on top. And now we get to... Man, we're like a mana short of like everything. We have to kill the 3/2 though. It's this guy. It's like the Titan that endures every turn. It is sick. We're 6-1 right now. And that's how we're playing for a trophy. In less than ideal circumstances. Alright, we're gonna kill the big guy. Get out the flyer, make a 1/1. So flyer gets in. Make a spirit token. And say go, not thrilled about our spot. They have a ton of cards in their hand. It's an easy fix. I have never had that happen before. And I hope I don't have to reinstall. They're in a tank. So the fun thing I can do is do this. I can go in here and put my own video on the small screen. That's pretty fun, right? All right, so what happened? Attack with everything. We can double block their 2/2, I guess. See how that goes for us. Some fun I could put on here. I don't know, whatever. Alright, double block works. Oh my god. My arm's actually starting to hurt. They play land 6, and they play the 2/4 dragon guy. Okay, that's not good. We draw land. Alright, We have Dragon of our own. We have 2-drop, 2-drop, 4-drop, and the Mardu thing. Now our Bitter Blossom guy can't really attack that well. And this dragon gets +2/+0 whenever they play a dragon or a non-creature spell. They still have 5 cards in their hand. We're probably pretty cooked here, honestly. Just going to play our 5-mana dragon. Pre-combat +1/+0. No good targets for it. I think we just... I'm not going to attack and just make a token or buff my guy. Neither of which is particularly appealing. That's tough. Owes a life too. I'm going to do it. Attack! If they have a trick, we're dead, but whatever. My arm would appreciate them having a trick here. We get blown out if they... Oh my god. They have a rule spell too? Oh my god. Oh god. Look at this massacre happening in live television here. In the highest quality I ever imagined. Alright, well... I don't know if we could have won this game or not. If we could have played better or whatever else, given the circumstances of... I think we might have missed a land drop, honestly, at the start of the game. I don't even know. So, they play a Tursa and a bounce spell. Oh my god, whatever. All right, that's fine. All right.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
So we get somewhat cheesed out here by Arena. I might have lost anyway, obviously, if we just, if we had actually been like focusing on the game or not missed a turn or whatever. But sure, there you go. So now we are 6-2, and I will try and fix the program if I can do that. All right, so here we are in a trophy match, I guess. We got punked down to 6-2. Our hand is not great. It's not the worst. We have a cantrip. I'm going to keep. I'm tilted off from the last thing that just happened, so... We have Bearer and a Strike. It's 5 damage cantrip. We have all white cards. We'll figure it out. Draw planes? Sure. Bearer of Glory going to get this done for me. We fight against Boros literally every round. It's insane. Draw Black Source. Cool. Do I want to kill their Bearer of Glory, or do I want a Rebellious Strike? I think I want to kill their Bearer of Glory. Get out of here.
Get off my plane.
Alright. I mean, we have Lancer next turn, a Rule Spell, and a Trick. It's kind of cool. Oh, they're Jess guy. Okay. A lot of base red-white stuff, though. Have we played against a green deck yet? They play Underfoot Underdogs. If I attack, will they double block? They honestly might. And that would be a pretty bad exchange for us, I think, with this card in our hand to play. Alright, I'm gonna wuss out here and just play this. So yeah. Last game was a green deck. I couldn't see if the screen was too small. What's up, bagels? Do love me a good bagel. Not a big Rye fan, but respect it.
Is there anybody in here?
Hello, goblins. Top or bottom? Top sounds good to me. I don't think that was very good. So kind of like a tempo, to the top bottom tempo removal spell. Just like using it like this to push damage. It's, it's better than unsummon because I don't draw a card this turn, but like, it doesn't really change the board of a game that much. Like, we just bolt trade 2 damage, I recast it. It's fine. Seems okay.
Look, they're already mobilizing.
All right, sure. If I do it again, that's fine. And they can't block here because I have the strike. I mean, I drew this card for the matter. So, all right, sure. So it's 13-16. We've got a pretty good hand, all things considered. I don't know how I feel about this card. They're saying today on Lords Unlimited that this card has a much higher win rate than the Bergstrider, the 4/4 uncommon for 5 that taps and stuns a thing, and then also renews from the graveyard stun a thing, which is like a preposterous notion to me. Like, doesn't make any sense at all. Well, this would be taking so much lower, but Narset, end step, discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. And they're gonna Leroy. Wow. And they're gonna tap. Okay, sure. Probably tap first and see what you draw. I don't see why you do in combat like that. Discard 2 lands. Damn. We draw worthy cost. Alright, so we're just gonna kill this. Yeah, and just attack and just say go. We're pretty happy racing here. We're gaining life. We have good tricks in our hand.
Get off my plane.
Number 6. This thing have vigilance too. It does have vigilance. Wow. It's kind of cool. Alright. 13-8. Say go. They play land 7 and a Dragonback Lancer of their own. That does not line up very well on this board. Our dragons kind of ruling the roost.
I got a dragon here and I'm not afraid to use it.
Yeah, I think that one of the caveats is that there are a lot of 5/5 tokens made by good teamer cards. So being able to FTK a token's cool, but they're going to make their goblin unblockable and attack for 1 single point of damage.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
And we draw Caustic Exile, which is insane. So that's awesome for us. Yeah, it's literally the perfect card to draw. So let's Behold the Dragon. Oh, I wish I should kill the Flyer. I'm sorry. Let's kill the Strictly Better card. Let's do this. Behold our Dragon.
Behold, the most hideous creature of all.
And now we get to attack freely because they can't block either one. And drop our own Lancer with a strike happening too. We could go for lethal, I guess. If they don't block. I don't think I like that though. Let's see what happens here. They blocked. And they have Humbling Elder. -2, -0. So this is fine. We use our strike here. So that's fine. Pop in the strike. Draw a card. Kill that. Put them down to 5 life points. Play a land and say go because of the Martyr Monument. We're learning. Yes.
Game. Louses.
You can't stop me, Arena. You can't stop me. You can't crash on my television show, make me look stupid, and then stop me. That's hilarious. So Untap thinks he went 7-1 because the game crashed. So Untap didn't record that game because I played on my phone or whatever. So officially it goes down as a 7-1, and I'm not going to put an asterisk on that one. We're just going to take it. I don't think our deck was like particularly great, but I'm really glad we tried being a 2-color aggro deck because it felt like we were doing some pretty good stuff. Our curve was pretty good. We had a few good rares, a few kill spells. Our mana wasn't great. I don't think our curve was like awesome or anything like that, but we had some decent cards, and the game just kind of worked out, which is great. So there you go. First trophy of the season here on Draft 3. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.